What is up, guys? Hello, everyone here, bringing you guys my updated Metalfoe deck profile for Metalfoe plant, deck profile for June 2017 format for the Pendulum format before we're going to Link Summoning. Now, I was planning today to buy a Pendulum Evolution support deck box and just share my opening and whatever for a special for 25 subscribers, which is very big deal for me. But unfortunately, my shop still, like my local shops, still don't have any boxes, so that's pretty a shame. I don't know where we're going to get any of them because shipping problems and whatever. But yeah, this is my Metalfoe plant build, so I wanted to share you guys at least one deck profile. If I'll see that it's taking way too much, I'm probably going to post my Zark, my Odd Eyes, whatever the updates with proxies, unfortunately. But I'm hoping it wouldn't take too much time. I also plan to upload some particular Metalfoe updates, depending how much you like them. But yeah, I'm going to upload this. I'm going to upload an invoked version because I love invoked and I actually found a very okay build for it. And lastly, I'm going to also upload a version with pure as much as possible for Metalfoe, just with 17 main deck monsters. I also proxying 2 cards that I sold to a friend of mine because he's love to play Metalfoes, and also proxying 1 card in the extra deck because I do not own it. But without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. So starting off, you want to run triple Gold Driver, triple Wolflame, triple Silvered, triple Steelren, double Bismugear. Pretty much standard in a Metalfoe deck, basically. All their effects are the same in the scale. You get to pop 1 face-up card you control, and then set directly from the deck a Metalfoe spell trap on your side of the field. So yeah, you have 5 targets in the main deck. And its other effect, like this guy is the only one in the effect bar in the main deck out of all of them. Now his effect is once per turn, like when it gets destroyed by battle card effect, you get to add a Metalfoe monster from your deck to your hand during the end phase, but you can only use this effect once per turn. And the only reason why I run it at 2 and not at 3, even though I can maximize it, it's because it's level 1 and it could be dead. The other ones are very important because first off, they're vanilla, and you will understand why that's important when I explain the extra deck. And they're basically really good by themselves with the stats. And then lastly for Pendulum cards, I run double Archery Eccentric and the one Luster Pendulum, the Dracoslayer. Now, Luster Pendulum is obvious because Luster Pendulum giving you the ability to pop a card in your scales and search another copy, so it's really awesome. It's another search. And what I call Archery Eccentric, also pretty obvious because Archery Eccentric giving you the ability to pop spells and traps, your opponent control, and just clearing back row, and also have the ability to pop monsters. So it's really good, another high scale, really nice. And it's also opening additional more rank 3 plays. Now the only problem this deck have, it's pretty much rank 4s, but we'll get to that. It's more of a rank 3 build, like I like to tell, because you'll understand the deck. So first off, for our plant support, you want to run triple Baobabun, triple Orphis Scorpio, 1 Darlingtonia Cobra, and a triple Lawnfire Blossom. Now, Baobabun is obvious. Its effect is basically it can let you draw a card when it's summoned, give you the ability to just draw a card, then put one of the cards in your hand in the bottom or top of the deck. So it's basically can reset like dead hands, like let's just say you open this, so we basically can put it in the bottom. And its other effect is, when it popped, you get to summon the 2 others. So it's really awesome, like the 2, like the others from the deck. So it's really awesome. Lawnfire Blossom, it's obvious as well. And over Scorpio and Darlingtonia Cobra, just because they want another, like, good engine in the deck, and it's giving me another body on board. And it can be, you can take this out and put another rank 4 engine or whatever, but I just like this deck really much. So yeah, that's my plant support. And then that's it for monsters, not hand traps, because I didn't find a place. But if you want to cut something and you feel like you don't like the Eccentrics, you don't like the Dracoslayer, you don't like the Predator Plant Engine, you can cut any of that. So you can cut and do whatever you want, but the Metalfoe cards, never cut them in a Metalfoe deck because they're the most important and most useful part of the deck. So let's move to spells. So first off, one Metalfoe Fusion, because it's the main fusion card of the deck. You basically, when it's in the graveyard, you shuffle it in the deck, draw a card. So it's really, really awesome, and it's a very good fusion spell. You just need the one, because it's searchable and recycle itself. Now, I'm not considering bumping up to 2 because of DD Crows, but it most of the time never happens, so it's not a problem. Then one copy of Full Metalfoe Fusion, because it's your backup fusion most of the time, and its effect is basically a quick spell, so when you set it, you can't use it, but it's a really, really good defensive card. As well as when you have it in your hand, it's not a dead card and it helps you push for OTKs, so that's pretty awesome. Then one Ultra Poly, because Ultra Poly it's your searchable target by Darlingtonia Cobra, and because you have a lot of other, like you have 2 other fusion spells, Darlingtonia Cobra with Orpheus Scorpio is never dead if you open up with this, and you have no way to shuffle it back to the deck because you didn't open up with a Baobab. So it's still pretty okay. You can get like the 2 others if you need to. And then for your other support spells, unfortunately, I am proxying the Painful Decision because I sold it from a friend of mine because he loved the deck as much. Like, he built the pure version of Metalfoe, which, if you want, I will show you. But he need the Painful Decisions, so I sold it to him. Then 2 Double Summoner Monk, Summoner's Art, sorry, not Art Monk. Basically adding your Wolflame, and this Painful Decision adding your level 4s, and also Foolishing Burial, a monster, level 4 lower normal monsters, and Foolishing Burial, another card to your graveyard, which is pretty awesome. Then one Raigeki, because it's Raigeki. And it can be any power spell you want. I just decided Raigeki because it's playing well to my playstyle. And then that's it for spells. Now we'll move on to our traps. So first off, double counter, because this card is so awesome. When your cards are destroyed, you basically get a special summon Metalfoe monster from your deck. And if it's in your graveyard, you get to basically recycle a Metalfoe card. So it's really awesome from your extra deck. Then one combination, because combination is needed and it's your searcher. When you pop it, it get popped, you get to search something, so it's pretty awesome as well. Now you can also pop it with Break Sword and get like on the same turn, if you do a Baobab a Break Sword combo and search this, get another Metalfoe monsters. So that's pretty awesome. I am considering, like, I don't think you need to bump this card up to 2, but you need this card at 1, and it's pretty good. And you don't want any other Metalfoe cards, because more than that, they're basically breaks, at least in this type of deck. And then lastly, for your 2 traps, can be Quaking Mirror Force. Again, it's one of the 2 cards that can basically, you can change whatever you need, depending on the situation, if you want hand traps or whatever. So yeah, that's it for main deck. Now we'll move on to our extra deck. So starting off, you want to run double with Trillium. Sorry, this is the main fusion monster of the deck. You want to run double of her because she basically said she shuffled 2 Metalfoe cards from your graveyard to your deck, so it's really good. And then you basically bounce a card. So you want to have cards in your graveyard, and this basically recycle everything you need. Your Metalfoe spells and traps, and yeah, your monsters, even if you send them to the graveyard with Orpheus Scorpio, Painful Decision, for example. And other effect, when it's destroyed or whatever, I don't remember its other effect. When it's sent to the graveyard, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, when it's sent to the field to the graveyard, sorry, I had to read that because I don't remember it 100%, you basically special summon a Metalfoe monster from your extra deck. So most of the time you want to summon Abysmal Gear, because Abysmal Gear is a really funny card to sit on, because your opponent cannot destroy it with, like, you know, if he can't OTK you and he destroyed Abysmal Gear, you basically giving you more advantage next turn. So he's really need to think when he destroyed like Trillium or Abysmal Gear. So that's pretty awesome about Abysmal Gear. Then one or Alcast, because this is the card that I'm proxying. Basically its effect is oh, and forgot to say, this card needs a Metalfoe monster and a Pendulum monster to remember the materials. This card needs a Metalfoe monster and a normal monster, also really important. Its effect is, snatched still for effect monster during your opponent's turn. And it's also very good in his way to just, you can use the material, like the card you snatch still for materials. Then one Oracle, need 2 Metalfoe monsters, the most hard one to go into, but still the most useful in my opinion. His effect is basically he give all Metalfoe monsters double piercing damage, and if it leaves the field, he basically a pop. So that's awesome. Then one Adamante, because it just need a Metalfoe monster and 2500 attack or less monster. Really awesome, and it's helped to OTKs when you open up with Metalfoe Fusion. Then one Chimera Rafflesia for your Predator Plants combo, the usual ones that I like. And that's it for your fusions. Now we move on to our synchro. So the only synchro you want to run is basically Ignister, cause Ignister. And then one Magister for Xyz, because again, a searcher, you want to have a lot of searchers. This deck needs a little bit of search, so one Magister. For Overrank Force, one Dark Rebellion for Beater, one Castell for removal, and one Abyss Dweller for dealing up with opponents' graveyards. So that's pretty awesome. Then for rank freeze, one Breaksword, one Grand Pulse, because those two are the most used ones. Sometimes I even go to Lavier, even though it sounds weird. Sometimes my opponent go into a banished deck, so I need the Lavier. And that's it for your rank freeze. And then for last monster, which is a rank 7, could be any rank 7, but that's the one I wanted because I love it the most. I run one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. So yeah, that's it for my Metalfoe deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It's basically really will help my channel. Sorry, I meant to put this on the top, but yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It's really will help my channel. And I probably tomorrow will post my second Metalfoe version of the deck, depending what you like. And that is going to be a Metalfoe Performa Pulse, which is very fun deck. Trust me, with the update, like the update with the, like, you know, the Performance Cool Cobra Joker bumping up to 3, this deck became even more crazy. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.